another exciting time on Yansa TV. Michelle sa na me chenim the amount and then afro. I have met a new person as far as this channel is concerned, but the space of spirituality, why you might papa, and I've been waiting to have a good time with him and an opportunity. No other person than Lord Akam. Lord Akam, the first time of meeting him about the Eastern, about neurology, about astrology, about the real mystical works as far as spirituality is concerned. He's one in a million. And then, meaning the shape didn't come on. And therefore, the time of the year 2026 as compared to my Ghana and yourself, your month, the colors you need to understand before you end the year. What can you do to change the fortunes of this year to yourself? Matrasi, tell the Yansa TV. Your officer say farmlands. What person you're farming? Now, 10 acres, 20 acres, 30 acres area of farming. No, I will give you the opportunity to have a beautiful, fertile land that will be able to different. Now, wow, now Zankebi, the fire, bonus of the phone book, and then just what we can't even from China, Bagana. Wow, Ope, one near my peso crap Bagana. The other say, yeah, about also sending come amount. We are checking, be a opa, Uchiaka, near the free China, oh, feed. One person with business from China. No, I have my agent there. One of one maybe PIF, if the open, Uber for processing in a near Boma Saka and Ghana. I say, media no eto in Jensua. Yeah, every production. Funeral productions, yeah, a year wedding, BBF video production, we have documentaries, yinina, to one more afraid, they are wow. We base here, a lot Akam, and in Connection, better than the Lord. Akam, Atu. Nice time meeting you.
I'm pleased.
Wow. Ibiaboko. Ebum say. We are one feeling shada enkwe ni mo bebre. Ana ohona effect. I am not expecting somebody the way you speak, the energy at which you speak, the knowledge you've acquired over the years, your videos are. I am surprised the kind of knowledge you put out. Michelle in person. Because I could be Michelle in person just say, nice young man. And yes, get one. When did you start this journey? And how far have you been? Okuta such knowledge.
I would say, sir, we started with sir. Anyways, we mean if your background of Papa yourself one mommy a prophetess.
Oh.
Yes, so that is where I started. My way growing and realizing, you better say story. They say my father background is very very spiritual. They are royals from the Ashanti. We are starting from we are some of the royals or the warriors for the royals of that time. No Guama Santimai, a Betia Santimai. Papa, we are very spiritual, but along the path, the tales of India line of African spiritual path before the ending of his life with cancer. My media that's where the prophet that's where the Juman, as I say. So with these in mind, I can boldly say, I'm from a background of spiritual people. My papa also very spiritual. But my cousin didn't let me and Debbie. My path na casa years and become a niche year. My path na started at the age of 12. I get to have a new shade. My madam will share Catholic booklet to be a Mary statue picture that you with him a prayer to Fatima, prayer forgiveness, a booklet that show how to pray the rosary. As at the age of 12, I didn't know anything. I'm confessed that booklet. And I just had a intuition, put this kind of color here, put this kind of color, put this bow here, and then try. Out of nowhere, so I picked that book and I was reading the Fatima prayer with some other prayers of Mother Mary there. And I can remember, I saw signs at that time. That was just me 12 years.
12 years now. I can't let you see her.
Yeah.
Who Papa bet you away?
Oh, my God, that's another Papa made you.
Oh.
My maid will pee, but another time, and like I said, it started through that, and then later I had friends who were also interested in that at that young age. Now, naturally, maybe some questions a lot. I'm not the person that will be satisfied by answers. Maybe some questions, but I like reading books. And I always like reading things that are beyond me. It's middle class 5, and then I can't just for books. I can't question for books. That's how I learn. And I always want a cake or a cane books. Books entity, I out of print. Yes, our books now. I always hold them very dear. So through those studies, no, because at a very young age, and I'm in Bible school, and I because I am Sunday school, I be some questions about it. And I was very rebellious. Maybe this all together, and I'm all these things contributed to my path to being here today. So I can say, being a year to my and
Say, "Oh, can you not maybe say, dear no GT, we are comfort, we are manam, we are then pana GT as far as different faith I did to we are say concerned, then party ben GT."
But that's it. Somebody can come here, spiritual scientists. You're Christopher, you're Kabofo, you're a Canadian. We are spiritual scientists. Spiritual scientists, they said, maybe never soon be just soon be in spiritual science now. And you're what I know as a Indian say, no car was soon be able. But never soon be what I own put on a yellow parrot. And that's a non point of parrot, meaning there's truth in every religion. But there's not one religion that holds all the truths. So, due to the spiritual scientists, they said, me seeking the knowledge of the truth in all of these scriptures. And near here, the idea, the PM. And in pursuing that path all through my life, I have come to the realization, say, the knowledge and understanding of God, were the first in all things through different formulas, depending upon geography, depending upon reality, depending upon level of understanding, depending upon time, place, and circumstance. And then, we can say, your Muslim, your friend, to be a Apusika, no Mesika. The same ideology or the same reality of Sikano. Who go India, a friend luxury. Who will go the Oma luxury? Why are we all talking about the energy of money? But we make kind of Pushika and our kind of luxury. So once you step into this world, don't say, I never put on be a
money D.
And be a money day. And once you understand, say, will be a would do a different day, then you understand, say, and yet in there, and the poor and Nippon in the would here. And yet, the China Puma and Panaton, the others at the Kuno can one and the Dal, and once you get to that level, you don't more see to be said, there's a difference in religion. Who is a religion? All religions are what? Are the same. So, when it comes to this level, then do you understand and realize that God is one? That's what I say. So in that unification of the unified perspective of God, it is not something that we just accept for the sake they accept it due to the level of what we call it ignorant tolerance. The spiritual science say we just to say we understand it in a more practical way. Say in practice, I have practiced all the past and I've come to realize say now then see as it means Intimacy and Capital to Yamiasia, men shake us upon Shasem Quacasadi.
So, Ujidian dear, the soon be no prohibition, and not just a song back with the good no cleaning. It's a big beer, but soon be a son, operation no clue. Now, a who be here said Becca on the account.
Okasagia, no snap by us.
Okay,
because as a scientist, mean we apply to prove. That is me. I'm a spiritual scientist. I apply to prove. May apply my proof. Say, "Oh, hampa," and no carry answer na yada. Yafa. So we work on the path of knowledge and wisdom, not on the path of belief. And once they were scientists, almost practicalize it and also more experimenting with the things of life. Like I say, no carry woman as no carry yada anymore. Sounds about soon we spiritual scientists are who experiments. The cosmogony, the cosmology, the theogony, the theology, the spiritism, spiritualism, spirituality, spiritual culture of all religious, indigenous, cultural paths, philosophies around the world. Difference in that spiritual science is when they say we don't just focus on spirituality, we also focus on science. We also focus on the mind and the things of the physical realm. It is spirituality, spiritual scientists are logo so and social society logo so you can see the triangle. Triangle near the Obaya Hana, a friend of the Para, the Mara, the Larasa. Meaning para the father, Mara the mother, Lara need to know Emma the son, and Sarah the daughter, which are the four manifestations of nature. And all of them are around the triangle, which symbolizes spiritual, mental, and then the physical sphere of nature. So the spiritual scientist seeks to understand things, how they correlate, how they coexist and work together within nature, without separating one from the other. In the sense that where you assume someone in there, no, the spirit can't exist and operate in the physical without the material being cooperative or corresponding with it. So also now the correspondences of the spirit corresponds with the mind. So there's a correspondence between the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. So understanding how these things correspond and correlate and cooperate, that is how you'll be able to understand nature in its totality. The reason why when you are able to understand this to this level, who are the material, and say we are now we are the mental out to me, now who are the spiritual out to me, and how to bring all these informations together for a practical real life application is what the spiritual scientist does.
Wow.
So we don't just wake up and say, Yari we soon Yari that means it has a physical component within it, which gives it a place for the energy of spirit to cohabit or exist. So if so, then the hard way deal with the physical component, that is the existing energy, coagulating or keeping this energy in place for that effect now when they are ready to take place. That is how you actually understand these very principles.
So you know how to deal with each of them. The physical and the spiritual portion.
And then the mental for you to actually achieve optimum outcome and results.
Wow. Maybe a quick and kind of common, but it's good to say maybe a would know that's it. What share full practice as say and how many years?
Me being a full practitioner, I would say, sir, before I completed secondary school. So frankly speaking, I go 4 years in my second year, and I make a car before I make a new job in secondary school, My second year, I work a car. Before my third year, I made the youth organizer for a car before yes. And to make a say from there, I've taken this path. In 2007, I was initiated.
Also travel, I don't know.
Yes, the light and sound of God. So yes, I'm a registered member over there years ago. That's all. I'll say in 2007 too, I took initiation in African spirituality under the creed deity. I'm a teacher for the topic of a film there for the crazy there 4 or 5 years ago. 2026 or 5 years ago, 2021 of film. I've taken initiation under Sufism and I say Islamic mysticism. Yes, under Malam Swala, Ukusuhu Biennial, Suhun Suhun a dear dance you so whom you know I put a honor. The young can move you or how more Apano, we fear the bush of Ewo in Surano or the mosque at the Ewo. He's a very powerful man. He is the one who actually trained me in Islamic mysticism. To share past me in a mema film. I've been to Hinduism, yes, and the Hinduism, also the Krishna movement, then also with the Hindu Monastery of Africa. Before that, now my personal practices, I'm a correspondent with certain spiritual masters from India. And as soon as that time, I'm also a Kabbalist. Which, yes, I've been into Buddhism, Sugagakai, I'm national head office and headquarters at Ewo, and down Suma here, that's what I'm about here. So I've been through all the paths, taking initiation, yet me taking initiation to go deeper into it. So I would say, your spiritual path, so to fully practice there, but to be as a practitioner who actually teaches and be a consultant there, I would say that is actively 15 years now.
Wow. That's and then you didn't come on the fact where we are in 2026.
That's it.
The word numerology play a role in our everyday life. Colors are your neighbor brand, a car, your brabo. If you look at now, be a green food, you are yellow, then be a red, then be a white, all put together, a carbon nutrient that may be colors are very important in our food we eat, our everyday part near you want the half of the year. Things are not same year. I'm for you here. Spiritually, actually, what does numbers in the month and the colors has to do with our lives? What are we not doing right? What should we do?
Let me give you a secret. Yɛsɛ barima nsi nsuo ma ansa na watɔ. Saa nso na ɛba no abrabɔ mu a mpanyinfo kaa asɛm bi sɛ dɛn yɛdi kan pam wɔ abɔnten ase na esi dɛn esi dwam. Wɔnte ase a wɔnte ase. Ase na bɛyɛ biribiara na yɛdi kan pam wɔ abɔnten ase na yɛde esi dwam. Ka tete mmere mu na nka nsa na yɛbɛwɔ no ɛyɛ nwa bi sa ansa na yɛde yɛawo. Saa nso na nso na ebetu anamɔ yɛdi kan bisa ho akwan sɛ ɛbɛyɛ yie ɛnyɛ yie. Nsudie bɛn na ɛwɔ sɛ ne yi fi biribiara so a yɛde wɔtu. Ɛnna na yɛwɔ ha no yɛnim saa nneɛma wei. Anka afe bi abɛhyɛ ase a ɔbaade ama yɛn ɔbaade nim deɛ mu ɔma yɛn ɛyɛ 7 days bi a anka wohia sɛ nipa biara no wɔde boa ho na wohyehyɛ ho ansa na wayɛ dɛn woasi saa nsuo no mu ɛyɛ afe foforɔ no mu. Saa berɛ no yɛ berɛ bɛn ɛyɛ the 7 days to every new year. Woyɛ obi a ɔde da hɔ a pafa wo calendar na hwɛ every year bia ɛda a ɛbɛsi 25th December saa da na ɛbɛsan so a ɛsi 1st January. So from 25th to 1st January just 7 days. And at 25th year, the birth of Christ, and Christ is the sun. And the calendar, they follow the solar calendar. If the sun, if Christ is the sun or the sun god, and the Gregorian calendar follows the sun cycle, that should know that 25th December, and the children, Sabrina prayer, guide the bomb pie, and the children, Yama, and the Shani Yama, it is 7 days, no bad mistakes in man, as previous as your friend the cusp, CUSP, which is the transitional period between the former year and then the succeeding year. December 26, 27, 28, 29, 30th, 31st, and the 1st. So that's 7-day period, you know, you find the cusp, which is a transitional period. So that's 7-day period, when you have the influence of both angel or Afina, if you any from or back. So the more the weight of the hand or the hand of the time, no, they move towards the new year, not the influence of the incoming year and higher. Not old year, no, so you're losing the energy. So this is the period where so will be fish shark, she no sabrano. Home Gemini, the age of why they am home or ban. Let's not forget about the end and I say I want to check on the year. Whether by accident or whatever, and I'm afraid the first day of the year, January, which is named after the god Janus. God Janus, no, a great god that the new year, but and I'm actually the cheat, telling you that the past coming into the present and the present being the past, which is the Alpha and Omega, knowledge of the past and knowledge of the present. In the knowledge of the past, knowledge of the future, acting in what in the present, which is the unified man and the new year, the AMU. So that should tell you, sir, Sanka, you'll be a woman, not a symbolism, yes, at the most 25th, no. When somebody may be also shaft from. Why you should not say feeling one and money my day, because you didn't plan before setting your foot on the battlefield.
To bed, dang it, Miasha. You're roughing maybe. I wouldn't want us to go to the Januaries and all that. All my basic knowledge. You're the middle of the year. All these things were not done. All we did was 31st night. Kaba, you you succeed. Amen. Really, them sir. New Year's and send emojis in the buy.
But that's it.
You will be.
But that's never also engage here. The can go bisa. A visa in Chelsea or Bravo. Ever so perfected. Visa Chelsea at least. The decision making in your life and all the action was. Who bisa Bibia at least we have idea of what is about and what is ahead of you. Not my day, about my day this year. It's no engage here. When I go here, Bisa, who will be a new year for your Bisa? Nashe, near my head, and I was a week for a fellow. First 6 months in the trim, this and you say, senior, I buy a day at your home. The Akam not going to be sent with the United SC. Near a no, near Bisa, and as a Bisa home ones and near yes. Why you want yes, say Salaka, say a pipe, say a man, say a man, say why a day. It's a service day, if you can. So you to make up if you can want. Send me an impact of that and by not me the minimizing. So then I want the bed ever go platform. And I never also say so. Who needs to be busy out where they is here? Make at it. 27 back. What who I didn't know see any day, anyhow. Ain't take you by surprise because who needs to do a air banner ababa. Sounds sooner. So we are aware as soon as opportunity being super as the other Puna we are when and then about those bad and find quickly not mind at the key opportunity of that was of that time don't have the idea out there I want to go to my day. Aji. As a woman name over a day, why then. Nti no enka achi be kwa ya bisa. Ade ba ko so hudie. Sanka wo ye no machere mama apona wie. Me wa keys not na enti a me be proving ya me kan action. Ade ko so hudie say sanka wo ye ya ka bo say afibiara e obofo hwe so.
Okay.
Abofo ne ye no e bi say ba ko da bi. In apply mistakes abofo ne ye bi. Abofo ne ye bi. Two and one. One is for the birth of the year, and the one is for the number vibration of the year. Nti no tena ka ewo obi wa kan mo ya dey die the one ya dey eto no. San so na ba eye African ba no spiritual science no so a da it happened to be the first day of January. Nti ever said this year there was the first day of January this year. Thursdays. Exactly. The Thursday, yeah, that means a Thursday. Planet what Thursday so. Colors what Thursday so. Angel Thursday so. Forbidden rituals or for the forbidden actions of Thursday. Lucky numbers of Thursday. Lucky days in the week of Thursday. And then are going to be the birth vibrational frequency throughout the year.
Perspective.
Internet sa no musa de mana that means say wo nyama bia ba ye bia no sa days we need that we da wo be chi wo na ho de yan de ye obi bi and ye ba year number no so ye 2026 2026 just say minimally deals with natural addition, so 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 which will give what 10. So the 10 is the karmic number and here the karma of the year. See. And so now, 1 plus 0 is the 1, which is the natal vibration of the year. This is how the year will be seen outwardly. Collectively, it's only one. But the karma underlying and underpinning of feeling in a bed, the number 10. Into your one, you also okay, a few ways. Number 1 is the sun. The sun deals with dominance, popularity, exposure, that which shall be seen, which has been hidden for so long.
Leadership.
That's what I say. Now, your fact, when in applied numerology, your sounds will secret this way the ewo.
Okay.
All the planetary influences, all polarities in 3. They can be said physical, mental, spiritual. Sounds of planets nina. All polarities no in 3 forms. We call the triumvirate or the triune manifestation of all the energies. In deeper applied numerology dimension with you. If you fact the sun, there were 3 spheres of its influence.
Okay.
One is the sphere of goodness, which is the spiritual. One is the sphere of passion, which is the mental. And one is the sphere of ignorance, which is the physical. Near my best is soon, near best is what I dream, and the thought level. And near my best is what I mean. When you also the thought to entertain, the things that will dominate the space, the ideas and ideology that will be what dominates. Spiritually, never be angels being what you are doing in a physically, with the physical event that will happen all around the world.
That'll help you to play right.
That'll help you to play right, not only in the physical world, but even in your thoughts pattern to engage in the year. Then the spiritual aspect also what comes in. Into first son say you're Michael, but spirits extra son, so they are 3 and you're 2 because they all must manifest in there. And now we have a Bible now, allegorizing into the Father, Son, and then Holy Spirit. So what is the Father? The Father is in the mode of goodness. The Son is in the mode of passion. And the Holy Spirit is in the mode of ignorance. In fact, the angels or the spirits of the Son. Adibako, when they say Michael is the first principle. You're the number 1, you're the number 10. Or the number 19, or the number 28, meaning that the number 1 influences and number 1 numbers of the year. Your father number 1, and to share a few 2026, you can't even 10, you 1. Your further addition say the 1, meaning say the karma is 10. In that 10, that means in the placement of the angels of the year, this year will operate within the mental sphere of the sun, and not the physical, and not the. It means it's physical spiritual but the mental will be the dominant force. Of the year. Into for the angels of the sun, you were Michael, you were Huratapel.
Okay.
And you were Dadiel.
Huratapel.
And then Michael. No more expect to make sound so, but you make a money and you have to die. Michael. Yes. The son said, a home my echo we are so no me and something 3 groupings, so be able to do at the end of the quality when you sue a headache. You could have. In the other way, now for what's such a feeling, I fear no woman, not for yet, what you may hear for all the months of the year. In the other month, so I finish as no. Sounds of every month of the year, piano. Day I buy the first day of the month, no, that becomes the birthday of the month. It is a few way, and as I was assuming we find say June, the calendar the society calendar.
Yes.
Okay, me calendar June, 1st June, then the first
Monday.
Monday. Meaning that this month, no, the moon rules what this month?
Monday.
If the moon rules this month, then what are the lucky numbers of this month?
Okay.
Then the numbers are what? 2, 7, 11, 16, 20, 25, and then 29. So these are the lucky numbers or the lucky days of this month.
Wow. Okay, so until you understand the angels that control the month, the angel that controls the year, which pattern or mentally, physically, spiritually, it will be difficult for you to just make sacrifices and now
why fasting and remember? Why rituals and remember? What started guns? Who started a year by remember? What could you not year rituals? I am what why I thought there was a simple and nice of shame, but not because I am doing yet. Never you don't understand the operativeness of the universe to do it. But you are a businessman or the company, I feel him away, but he doesn't understand how things are being done. Whenever we are, it will help guide your decision making. What will never be what decisions be more favored in certain parts of the year. To never wait in an answer a businessman or company or institution or corporation. Now you know how to measure certain decisions who want my airline with the energy of the man that who has success and I who
practically, what can I say? I feel send your father this year. Who mentioned maybe say the first day is Thursday. You must understand the patience of Thursday. Who mentioned certain codes you might say so you might pass away. So can you take your time and take us through this year? Sir, Mr. Kanye made us in our dealings. Maybe you pass here, maybe you do still the year is in session.
No, that's it. I do any young spiritual scientists I don't know every year, me remember.
Oh, we remember.
And I will share a calendar. I will say a mystical calendar to check out Natal Day, Monday, Mercurial days, candle color white, angelic, Jibril, meaning the angel ruling June, Jibril, who planetary ruler, Moon and Neptune, they rule this month. Who mystic chants. Month beer when the month is recited. Oh yes. There was secret and immediate days be a recited those months to invoke and bring down the presence of the angel Akam.
Okay.
Oh, the new moon day and the near the common one is about 15 June. Sacred day of the month. The Monday fast. So every month be the sacred day, is for you to fast.
Wow. So maybe I did put with the wire around there. We are with the pot. I mean, but catch me. So this was made by yourself.
Yeah, this every year I make it.
It's a guide.
It's a guide.
Guide the one who days auspicious days. They be look at social and so color be social. So you have made this for the whole year.
For the whole year. So every year. So every year, every month of the year, every year be a year.
Oh wow!
Or sometimes when my clients talk about me, hey, yeah, those who are for like enough to buy about consultation about me, yeah, so this
is the basics. Wow! So June the day no, akoye later day Monday. You can later day then.
Later day a day which is the first day of the month. And then
so what do we use that day for?
We use it for prayers. We use it for rituals. We use it for any activity I person throughout the month. Who are the be a woman was up that man outside the executing. In addition to one cassa moons, only baby and so lucky days. Oh, period be a walk as our crown. There was so no crown when you open my fillet, and I shall show you. What you say?
I see Mercurial Day.
Mercurial Day, days where Mercury's influence and force. What you need to know, they say, a home man, we are seeing now, come for any Mercury.
Okay.
Yes, Mercury the comfort of all. Look with my friend Buddha in Hinduism, friend Buddha. Mercury ne your friend Guru.
Guru.
Yeah. Mercury any meaning Mercury possesses the quality of all the other spirits within itself. In the days of Mercury, Wednesday, the be a spiritual be and Wednesday be a friend. Wednesday is the time you can actually attract, compare all the energy of the universe, and then be able to transmit them and then project them towards a cause. So Mercurial periods in the days are any hours be which over here we call it the crystal hours. The crystal hours. You know, and then there are hours be angels need days or planetary days. They do Mercurial days, then Wednesdays, I bring you share Mercury and a home. Mercury name because of a priest of the gods, meaning it's only to me a home in Ekasa. Or no sooner home in our home, then so the okra. So we're able to go through Mercury, we're able to go to all the other energies and be able to what? Make parts, pray, have your communion and covenants with them, whichever way it is, I am wanting. It's even Mercury is no high, yes.
I could see sacred days, new moon, 1 month, angel chronos. What do I do with the angel? For
The
example,
angels are used for praying, for libation, for rituals, and certain secret sacred rituals.
do fraud first angels, I want to control the screen.
Also, me, you know, maybe I make a BH and young word, maybe no year. Maybe I must have taken money 2 months ago. For Friday, me, rough range on this angel, and answer a measure as you know. I've been doing said, I've been doing said, I should have been money and one kind of day. What you have some night,
Wow, this is a calendar will be also spiritualist must have. Wow. How do you come out with this? Is it just a idea of that?
We are spiritual scientists. As I told you from the outset of this interview, this is practical mysticism. How do I say? Mysticism is very deep than how we've been portraying it in the media. It goes deeper than that.
Say about spirituality, people are teaching, say they're okay. Sometimes they have the part of the knowledge. So when they are coming out, others can also, based on that, then do more research and find out more. Yeah, we'll be discussing. I sometimes feel they are giving part of information that we read my on that one. No, I build on. Say they offer a room for Bukumaya. Wow, shall I say we be happy and people can start from somewhere.
Exactly, we all can start from somewhere. I can't denigrate anybody. Say, I'm only trying to say, as a seeker, it's your duty to also seek further than what you've come to know. That is only a punishment I give to all spiritual students and people I come across. And also, you want to be in and you want to go how to go and seek or persuade and who's here. But it's very enlightened. I come and say, wow, so I
you see the end of the year. Then I meeting a man. Is it that easy for you to choose? And as I said, you know, a certain information about myself, as I'm compared to the month, no, and some it means impact na American.
But I say so. This is how it is done. One can sound vibration through some highly sophisticated means. Your vibration and the vibration of the month. You have say 1 + 1 is equal to 2, right? But 2 - 1, 3 - 1 is also equal to 2. Meaning now 2. But they're not the same.
Beyond the calculation,
because operational way ahead, operational figures are both different. Way 1 and 1, way 3 and 1. The same way, so that by any baby and also or done it would that was so as a baby would that also. In addition to Bosomeno and then the vibrational numbers, a very equated to certain karma. And if a double number or triple number, that's the karmic number. That karmic number never near member to do some way. So now, based on that understanding, a whole number of regulating either so we're planning along that line, and that's where they'll be mitigating your mind. If you it's the kind of sign, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sis, into a band of swimming one, be doing me in a bed. At the Bakuna between you and I, that's a word that way.
I get it.
You can still be 6, I'll be 6. You can be number one, which is this year is number one, 2 year number one. We all can be number one, but the events and the realities of my life this year may different from
Yes. Wow.
the same way so now it affected the nation as a whole. Sounds not affected a Jume Biara. Sounds not affected Okakra Uchi. Sounds not affected Ufia Uti. Sounds not affected Udia Dawso. Sounds not affected Onfefwani or Monam. So this reality, it manifests through all things. So you understand the basics, you can be able to work out the realities of even your friends, your family, your children, your business. Ufia Uti, Oka Uchi, you can deduce the karma of all of them and know the things that will happen, and they always come true.
May November 26. Mo amoshe munim ze me de egru ya because we are start challenging me to. May November 26, 1983. I've mentioned it in full. November 26, which is 26/11/1983. Now, Bosumi Wumi, June. Now, when these calculations, ma obituary as into it about consultation, or pass many of them swimming. Then there's a mission so then the ben on could be better on him. Maybe somewhere. Then I be catching with maybe date of birth. So we have no super in the end to Anamaba.
Date of birth, Bosumi, and date of birth in your life as a whole.
They can date of birth in my life as a whole.
Okay, so you're 26.
It's all compared to this month here, half an year.
That's so we're the number 26. So by your single number, your data number, no. Oh, you're the number 8, which means you're not the influence of Saturn. And under Saturn, we have the influence of one who has to go through spiritual means. The other part is that people like you are hardly successful in marriages. You have difficulties in marriage. Most of the times, your marriage hardly gets to the end of it. No worry and go see us. Divorce, be a papa and no baby, and that's a challenge of baby. You easily make enemies. The little thing you do, you make enemies even from people you suppose or you thought of saying, let me make you good friends with. You're very spiritual, intuitive. Proficiency, you're very inclined. Your ideas are very inclined, which makes you very good advisors amongst your friends. So most of the time, people do call you for advice here and there and everything. And you sometimes ask yourself, why? You hardly can put those ideas and things into practice to achieve them. Not because just because you have that vehicle that your nature will carries. Most of the times, when you're good with business, unless it deals with something that comes from within, which is anything that deals with you using your mind to think, to create, to bring out something. When it comes to managing businesses, most of the time you're not successful. And one thing is also when you say underworking someone is not your working, it's not your kind of thing. So you should be as a there's conflict, a little conflict here and there because you always crave for independence in a way. And the addition was that you always want to do it the way you want because it's only when I want to you always get the optimum results as you need. So even when you are being instructed that you press a idea which always brings you into conflict with those superiors under which you always operate and work with. In all, no, you're that kind of person I will tell you, say, your life is spiritual. Most of the time, people like you are in the later stages of their life and affairs, meaning some of the last stages of their life and affairs are usually they're not meant to actually reincarnate again, which actually brings them a lot of challenges during the latter part of the life and affairs, which is with health challenges that will come with blindness, stroke, any of those challenges or any of them heart-related diseases, anything that will make you immobile. And then in the latter part of your life, you don't usually have kind of vitality that you need now, that you have now to be able to navigate it. And you're born it, but it's you trying to actually pay off that karma so that you die and not want to reincarnate anymore here. But never go someone is empaping and soon you might any idea it brings some balance between you and no never. But the number 8 is a number that actually that is a barrier or a ladder between the spiritual realms or the higher spiritual planes and the lower spiritual planes. I don't also when they say most of the times you can bring your life under control, the things that we share under control only when your spiritual self is awake and active. Once you're weaker spiritually, everything physically also goes bad for you. Look yourself on a come and say, that person should be spiritual. Because unless you're not operating within the negative sphere of the 8, should be operating within the lower sphere of the 8, or should be operating the highest sphere of the 8. That kind of person, you always let things go, but not that easily. Thank you.
I feel as small kind, that is what it is. I love spirituality. That's why I discuss the things I discuss. I know much about the number 8. I've studied most of these things, but then you're not in a field, right? You have said certain things that has happened. Most maybe no kaya any of it. That is what it is. And I am telling you, I have not sat here to discuss anything with him. I just caught him in the middle of the interview to ask him these questions. Tikachani, you know this about me. Now, the year in perspective.
So the year in perspective. So if I was 1983, that means in this year you're like 43. No, how old are you?
Is that 43?
43 years. 75, 35, 76, 42. Meaning this current year now, you're operative. I feel I'm going to 43.
Yeah.
So currently, you're 42nd year. So you're operating from your crown chakra. But sure, we're going to say your desires for spiritual insights are very much heightened during this very year. They're very much heightened. I also say your 43rd year, you'll be more inclined towards sikasem and then try to actually place things, be more material and being in pursuit of money, resources, materialism, and everything. Because for the 3rd year, you'll be operating within your Kundalini chakra, which will be the dominant chakra over your life and affairs. Every year of your life, be our chakra dominating. Yes. So in this very year, you're more spiritual because you're operating from your crown chakra. When we take your septimal cycle, today our birthday about your septimal cycle, you take your septimal cycle of the years and now your annual septimal cycle, you're operating within your crown chakra, which is for spirituality, which is for enlightenment, which is for spiritual insights. At the same time, so when we say this period be a 100 years, the draw to the draw to forgeries and things or negativity against you, more. So check the way the food you consume and the things you engage in. You become a session now, do find it easily. Try to get yourself in place because you are more prone to it, especially 52 days to your birthday, the last 52 days to your birthday on the year. In addition to that, this very year itself now, as I rightly said, so we have your Kundalini chakra operative within the sun sphere, which tells us, opportunity can still be there, but you're going to be fully recognized by some higher personages and higher personalities for some work to do. A greater tax will be given to you. I think maybe you can see that. A greater tax will be given to you within the higher personage to take up certain tax via you can go greater and further with it. But certain visions that we'll look here to will come to fruition in the year that we are in, especially during the period that aligns with you. As your number 8 vibrational frequency, meaning we have the days of Saturday being your most aligned date of, or I would say it's a planetary or inclination to you. So we have the days of Saturday and so what you need to know is that during this very year, I'm trying to fast. And so that the day of 8 of each and every month, the sacred date also the who use. Yeah, by the amount of lunar, not the lunar matter, you who say you being the number 8 and then the lunar month being the number 2, we find the number 10. My dear brother, if you're actually getting some kind of pinches in this part of your body, it pains. But that's your health cycle. Put yourself in place. You're actually within the period where your health cycle will take charge. And for the 3rd year, 1 year, try to check. You're being dehydrated time to time. Who knows yourself first, are they?
There's just about 2 weeks to back to back.
Yeah. So then keep up with it because you are prone to dehydration.
Okay.
Yes. So keep up with it and then make sure you carry throughout your 3rd year. So your 3rd year is also the period where you actually face your health challenges. Your health defects will actually come over you. Your health defects will actually not only affect, but maybe affect your feet. Which is the Saturnian influence, your feet will be greatly influenced by your check mobility. And become mobility, let me just say then you know, so I did a bit more affect online the I also. I have one thing, but you need to check yourself concerning those things. In the month of the moon, I never also we are in the month of the moon, so you have 2 plus 8, we get the number 10. And the number 10 telling you, on this one, I'm marking my calendar, and the month of the moon, my calendar. So the next month, the mentioned here. The next month will be July.
July. So the month July, yes.
So the month July, Yeah, the month July will be the Mercurial influence over you. So the Mercurial influence being the number 5 and you being the number 8, meaning the number 13, you're more prone to have accident too. You're prone to incidents of fire, accident, flooding, all challenges that comes from natural incidents and natural occurrences. But you're in that with the number 13 vibrational frequency. At that point in time, I think I'll come with my advice on the say, Pesadi way. Just person, fita miensa, boko miensa, na pe mo kakra benya wo nse. Na pe nwura fita, fokuso, wo din guso na bo mpaye. Na fakosi eye bebi a because baby the full panso. The full panso. Full panso focusi ubanta na benya wo full panso bi na nipa fire the come full. Do that and then be able to avoid that.
Not the pine. The foot pattern myself.
The full.
And then for you are the car now very bizarre by a show.
It's a full coin.
What
The full coin piano. I have a full. Yeah. Now bet this negative, so you can attract actually the influences of the energies of the greeneries or the vegetations or spirits of the plants or vegetations into your sphere. So I'll tell you, say this month, good, but next month, check your mobility. You're more prone to have vehicle accidents, fire accidents, and bear in mind, say you never leave the month without a wound to your lower part of your body, which is online, which can come through vehicle accidents or can come through the actual and that's what problem and a baby. So next month, I'll check your mobility, but during this period, not to be able to bring these things to bear.
the next month.
And the next month,
I want to take advantage of your own. And you want to super no.
For August, August is the number 16, which you also carry through with it. Let's not forget, birthday then, November. Yes, so in August in Soma, the vibrational or the karmic number of 16. The karmic number of 16 speaks about sudden end to sudden end to something that has been already started. An abrupt end to something that was successful and already started, moving smoothly before sudden changes came up. Inability to carry out one's plans into conclusion. One who have to contend against great dangers and vicissitudes in this life and affairs. One who is more prone to lose their lives. That doesn't mean so, but there is a greater chance that life-threatening activity at all. That is only for these 2 months. In addition to that, also the number 7 vibrational frequency. Meaning in that period is where you must also elevate your spiritual sphere. Like I said, root to the also. And that is the months you have that challenge.
So the August.
Yes.
It's me bomb.
Anyways, so let's see. We are doing it to refine them. That doesn't mean say every throughout your life will be negative.
Yes, no. I get it.
We find Tuesday. So we find
which is the September.
So September, your karmic number or your karmic vibrational frequency will be 17, which we call, it is known as Venus, the 8-pointed star of Venus, the queen of the heavens. One will be known for the greatness. Everything they've labeled for come to fruition, one will known for the good they do or the bad they do. That's which is good before the individual who is forced under this vibrational frequency. But you say, maybe you are maybe you are pray, maybe you will DH, maybe you are papa no. In the period of September, na ninyi na besha aside the PP. In the period of September, we better what they can see people are one down yesterday. And check and see because you are within the sphere of Venus. Wherever you go, no, people will readily love you, will readily be ready to assist you. Get favors, you get a lot of opportunities. One of the major opportunities as you better as here. Yes, so better as here. When you sit as here, certain treasuries will be given to your end. And monetary activities most well be doing. At the same time, bear in mind saying every positive sphere, there's also the negative sphere. Yes. It's also social media. So I send you just as you can actually but it's also one thing you so it can also tend when you don't regulate yourself very well. So there's both sides for it. But that period in time, no. That period in time, but you'll be your baby. So you pay your baby. And that lady will be ready to assist you. That's why I'm not there obey influence with that kind of one to do it. The lady will be influence to get during that period. And they can also send that baby and what's it.
It was for you.
Yes. So the same way we can do for throughout the year. This is with your general life. Say business and so on. Remember business, mama, the same cycle for your business. You may be still business. So also the bush and so on. Remember, you may be still bush and you don't know back.
So we are discussing this not because me. I want you to understand how deep this can go. That's why I picked on him with this one. First time I'm in Lord Kameshia. Now, the name of Chichi, we a calendar, why ya a guide. Now, Ufa calendar, I hear over kind now. Working from January to December, no one
I think that the Democrat for that. Not to they will say the 2020 mystical calendar, year of the solar equinox. Just we are about 42 million extra figures. What should happen with the mystical the kind of 19?
Okay, so I'll say we mystical calendar for 2026, rituals for the year. The first one is Holy Chant, which meaning Holy Chant. Original calendar yellow and blue. Planetary rulings is Sun. That's Uranus and Jupiter. Ruling angel Michael and it's Shield. And holy days is Sundays and Thursdays. Sacred dates near 1, 3, 1st, 3rd, 4th, 10th, 12th, 13th, 19th, 21st, 22nd, 28th, 30th, and 31st. Forbidden food, alcohol for the year. Great. Sacred days for arms. Friday, spa, and sacred names for the year.
Eloy
Sabahote. Okay, and a material needed white sugar for that particular ritual, right?
This is Salaka.
Salaka is before. Okay. So Salaka tabayeno. White sugar, rice, 1 cup, 5 cube sugar, 5 white cola, 5 masa, 5 pesua pieces, white calico. When the rituals are direction is spread the white calico, place it on all the above item. Mention your name 3 times and 4 times if you're a female over it with prayers of your desire. Tie the items in a cloth. Perform sadaka to an old man if female, or offer to an old woman if male, to be done on Thursday. Wow. So this has been done for the year. Month after month. Wow. That's why we need a calendar. How much is it?
This one is not for sale though. We may basically for members. And
I thought this kind of printing.
And my clients I buy. But what pay me I don't know how. And you're free because for you to value what you have. Anyway, so they want to be in talk now.
Oh, maybe I have a maybe I shall call them. Oh, wow. So me that's it for this information. I think this is the first time I'm in with Asia. Now, this conversation is really telling us what you actually do. That was what I wanted us to understand. The next time we pick another aspect of you, we'll go deep into these topics. The basic one, why I say it here, all you understand how, when it comes to arms, how to understand arms in the spiritual sphere. When it comes to your angels, you must understand in that sphere. I want to pick it. So follow this conversation. Every month we will upload 4 videos from Lord Akam, our actual knowledge, about growth. So we're here for
I'm part of my office, which also happens to be the national head office of Spiritual Science Society. High Spiritual Science Consulting. We have an office where I cried down someone, a year down someone, fire service, and someone market nature on the man. Many down someone NDC office, and what they see compound. When you wrap with the office, then you also global board SSC, which is Spiritual Science Consulting, numerology. You go to the office name. I'm sure your first floor, and middle floor, paper wow.
So no money is we can software.
I'm a software patron. My number is 059 367 3464 059 367 3464. Me having your walking 2 person who hear me a bunch of friends. Me booking. Send a minute time. I'm maybe let number of people are measuring. Because Benjamin, take it time. numerology and yeah, Mammy or Papa, Mammy, or Papa, that's it.
And some because of a member, is it possible? Is it allowed? And now he's saying it.
From now, we are not accepting new members. We are periods of the year we accept members. When the time is up, so you may that I watch now also bad. Quite a first of it in the bed. Betty.
But that was Lord. That's far for this beautiful message. As I always say, Obiane the giftings are Julia Modiama of the Bois the gifts. It's a Meloka say, Lord Akam actually, dear, Utimi Eye, I have received so many information. We require in camera. Now, behind the scene, there are so many questions I want to ask you by myself. I think it's so important. If I'm in Sabua, Obasa say at all, talk to us. Again, Obasi a ship from China, the pro, yet Tony and Mamma, what would you be watching on your carpet top? Who knew no agent or no big chapel to be here, no putting beer together and one ship their Magana, their mother, their fee. So every video production beer. Who say you try podcast now, we be perceiving your video production. We are here to do it for you. Fair number, no. If I'm in sample, I'll come with that. Sorry, bye for now.